Savage, you are a strong brute, but you lack discipline.
Yes, master. I will learn. And I will live here, right?
Yes, you will live in my castle.
Was not really explained. I was not shown like a dormitory.
That's my bad. I guess we took you off of Dathomir too quickly for you to gather your belongings.
Yeah, I have nothing.
We have this big axe or spear thing,
True, you're right.
and I gave you a lightsaber, double-sided, pretty cool.
True, you're right, sir. I should be more thankful. My master.
That's all right. I know it's a big adjustment.
And I need not, because I serve you.
Oh well, thank you. You're making me blush.
Even though you were being a little traitorous, like, on our first impression with each other.
Hey, that's what we do. That's part of the Sith training is to electrocute you.
Yes. Oh, no, I meant more like you being like, you and I will rule against.
Oh, yes. Well, that's part of it, too.
That was like in a second, though.
Yes, well, I have to admit that's kind of always my goal.
I guess as long as you wear it on your chest like that, but...
But there's no way that Palpatine thinks that about me. He doesn't see through anything I'm doing, and he has absolute faith in me.
I don't know, but a little birdie said that you proved your loyalty really well recently. And everything may be connected. I stabbed my spear into the ground.
I enjoy watching you do that.
You don't mind me breaking your floor constantly?
The Force is very helpful for cleaning up.
Can it merge things back together?
Well, I don't see why not. At the
atomic level, it would have to be...
True. Well, maybe I'll use it to pour some cement into the cracks. And
okay, sure.
All right, well, go kill some super weak Jedi now.
Yeah, great, by the way. I love those two guys showing up and immediately being like, oh, they look, one, tiny, and, like, we've never seen them before, so...
No, they're probably going to survive.
Yeah. To be honest, I was like, maybe the Padawan, like, gets away and, like, warns the other Jedi about Savage.
True. But... No, they just had, like, a video of it. Welcome to episode 49 of the Beggars Canyon Boys. Our 49ers episode.
Wow, yeah.
I remember you were kind of excited to lay that one out there last time.
That's right, yeah. They are a football team?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
And wait, what the hell is that right over there where I just threw?
Football.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, you threw it so fast I didn't see it in your hand.
Wow, that's going to be a crazy edit when someone gets to that.
We probably have like 9 people that watch the videos, so I don't know if we have any editors.
It just takes one.
Okay.
Plus, if you kind of manifest these things, they actually, usually if you manifest it, they don't happen.
You just finished reading The Secret, right? You were telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, episode 49. We're rocking through the Clone Wars season 3, and these episodes, man, we're doing 5 episodes total today, starting with Heroes on Both Sides, and then going those 2.
Yeah, the last 3 are probably a little more boring, but the first, like Mina Bontaria,
I
got a lot to say about her.
yeah.
And her lycanthropic behavior.
Those episodes are weird and kind of dumb, but the Night Sisters ones are absolutely incredible, I think. Maybe my favorite episodes of the whole show so far.
Can I also just say, I fucking love the name Savage.
Yeah, bro.
When they dropped, I was like, whoa.
Savage.
Like, obviously it's Savage, but for them to pronounce like that,
it's cool.
Really did it for me. I don't know what it was.
I mean, that's like Star Wars. Like, everybody's like Darth Maul, Darth Tyrannus. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a good bad guy name for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Sauvage Opress too.
Yeah.
um,
It's not gonna be a merry fellow.
Man, these are the introduction to Dathomir and the larger Night Sister world, as well as Savage Opress, a big new character.
Ventress backstory as well, like there for a moment. I would love to know more about that.
Yeah, that was great. And we can get into it, but the whole time I'm kind of like going back and forth in my mind of like, okay, so this is Dooku has betrayed her and has been told by Palpatine to kill her, and you know their alliance is splitting off and stuff. And I feel like we never really saw what their relationship was that much before it's now over.
Yeah.
However, I think that's okay because, like, they would show us them together, and it's not like that interesting. Like, if you need to just like do this or rip this band-aid off to now like create an interesting story, like I'm totally okay with that. I feel like, you know, like maybe it would have felt a little more satisfying if we had really earned through like multiple seasons of the show them having like a close weird bond that we learn about, and maybe even see him being like, oh, we are plotting together against Palpatine or whatever.
I do feel like it is like, I don't know, their relationship feels real to me despite us not having seen it, but also our perspective for the most part is not like on the separatist side.
Right.
So to me, like, I kind of like us just jumping to, like you said, sort of the big pivotal moment of like their characters together.
Yeah, and we can assume what their relationship was like, you know, beforehand. But it's really like great, I think. All three of these
made me much more interested in Dooku too. I think he's like so fascinating in these episodes, and also I think it's really funny that we get to see him just casually like laying, chilling when they try that assassination.
Yeah.
Just like weird to see him like that in
like,
bed.
Yeah, I know. You don't think about him as like sleeping. Yeah. But I guess he has to. You know, I'm trying to like Vader sleeps, but probably in like his meditation chamber, back to tank or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. It'd be weirder, I guess, if we saw him like playing the like video game Ahsoka and Padme play. You know?
Yeah, the holo chess game.
Yeah,
that would be weird. Okay, well, let's
do this in order.
Do it in order. Let's do it right. We have got
Pocket Full of Sunshine. Great song.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who sings that? Natasha Bedingfield?
No clue.
Or Jordan Sparks? I think it's Natasha Bedingfield. Yep. Natasha Bedingfield.
Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Whoa.
Trying to think how you could harness that like some Pants Dyson sphere or something.
yeah. A parallel pocket universe. Ooh, a pocket universe full of sunshine. Yes.
Whoa, okay.
Yes, this is maybe something Reed Richards would have, a pocket full of sunshine.
I thought you read Endgame issue 2 that came out.
Oh, week? No. Came out yesterday?
Was it yesterday? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I have not.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
Honestly, no. I was curious what you were thinking of it.
I like the first Endgame issue.
Me too.
Or at least cool big reveal at the end, you know?
Yeah.
That he's like built himself into an organic city or whatever. That's cool.
I think Howard Stark's kind of boring, like in this role, even like he's the Immortus character.
Yeah. And I also find Tony Stark to be kind of boring too. This kid Tony Stark.
I kind of agree with you. And by the way, do you remember why Cap isn't with him? He like doesn't go with them.
No, he's just like in Detroit though, I think, with all the
just rebelling and whatnot.
Did you read the Ultimates issue with like Vision and like the big Detroit battle with all the helicarriers and stuff.
Maybe not. I thought I was caught up in Ultimates, but maybe was that newer? Like much newer?
I think it's still the most recent Ultimates issue.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just have not read the most recent one.
Yeah, I think that's what Cap is doing, if I remember correctly. But it's like Vision versus Nick Fury issue.
Yeah, I know. I've not read that for sure. I haven't seen the Ultimate Vision, I think, at all.
Well, yeah, he shows up right at the end of the previous Ultimates issue, which is where Wasp like reveals that she's been helping Nick Fury and stuff.
Okay, I did get to that.
But then right at the end of that issue, it's like, actually, I haven't been helping Nick Fury. I've been helping Vision.
Yes, you're right. And it's like the red, well, Vision is red, but...
Red and white.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'll be honest, it's kind of all like falling apart for me right now.
Sure.
I'm like, man, none of these payoffs are really quite hitting the way I hoped, but...
Not a spoiler, but I will say there's also another, like, comic cliffhanger ending of this new issue of Endgame that came out that I just was like, ugh, if that's actually like the plot twist they're doing, I fucking hate it. I think it's really boring.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, they still have not gotten any better than the one where the Hulk like almost kills all of them. That was the best issue, I think. I love the early Ultimates issues so much. Like, it was just so real feeling. Like Wasp would like fly through someone's head and then barf all over the place after like killing someone. I'm like, man, like this is like weird, and I don't know. It kind of lost a little bit of that energy for me.
I loved like Reed Doom too, and I feel like they stopped focusing on him in the later issues. Like he had a whole issue dedicated to him, and then after that one, they just were like, he's like isolating himself and trying to work on the like his Fantastic Four projects and whatnot.
Yeah, and then they did the other issue where it's revealing like, oh, he does now have like all these little Fantastic Fours going around doing stuff, but like they don't really do anything.
Yeah, we got like, I guess like the big moment was like they want to like party with him, like they want to. Yeah. I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't know. What happens when the mice stop dying? It's just like all these wannabe epic things, I guess, a little bit. It's kind of fizzling out for me some, but it's okay. I'll still finish it. I made it this far.
Yeah, I'm mostly happy with it. It's just a few things here and there that are like really boring for me. I also need to read Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men because I think they're about to tie in to like the Endgame stuff.
Oh, really?
And I heard that's really good.
Yeah, I read like the first 10 or 11 of that, and I did like it a lot.
Like Maystorm, is it? Or
yeah. I mean, it's armor and another storm.
Like a new character. I was kind of like hesitant about it because I was like, going into the Ultimate Universe, I want different versions of characters I know, not just like kind of new characters entirely.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of playing on like X-Men concepts in a different way, and it's very much about teens and troubled teenager stuff and how, you can exploit a young person with manipulation and stuff easily. I mean, it's like Shadow King stuff. It's pretty cool, I think. But yeah, like we've talked about, Ultimate Wolverine is definitely your more traditional like X-Men stuff going on.
I agree, man, and I don't know if you saw the solicitation for the next issue of it. I feel like Ultimate Magic's about to be done for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. Seems that way at least.
Well, this isn't the...
I'm sorry, you're right.
No, I'm happy to talk about it. Stupid. This isn't the Ultimate Universe podcast. This is Clone Wars. All right. Before we get into the really fun stuff, let's quickly talk about the 2 episodes, Heroes on Both Sides and The Pursuit of Peace. So these are a prequel. These 2 episodes are a prequel to that one Senate Murders episode where Anaconda Farr got poisoned and killed.
So I didn't really question why he was still around, actually.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. But that's what is annoying about these episodes. It's like, okay, well, we already know the result of this discussion about funding the clones and stuff. We know that it fails and
Yeah.
that they do keep going with the war. And
I should have
everything.
realized when he had his broken arm, too. Like, oh, wait, I know he dies later.
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny. Whatever. Like, this whole thing barely makes any sense.
I
at
completely
all.
agree. It's like held together, what did they say? Like with bubble gum and
Yeah.
tinfoil or whatever. That's what
Mhm.
this episode feels like.
It's so they want to. There's a group of bad guys, the banking clans and the Trade Federation. Sorry,
What's that one dude? Is it Lot Dot? Is that his name?
Lot Dodd.
Anytime he like pushes or something in the Senate, I feel like everyone should know, like, okay, that's bad then.
Yeah, like you are so evil.
Yeah.
And he is still doing the thing of like, Newt Gunray was an extremist. The
Yeah.
Trade Federation is part of the Republic. Like, okay. So yeah, they're like, oh well, we could totally deregulate the banks to
Yeah.
open a new line of credit to like fund the military. And to me, that's the most interesting thing about these episodes is that it is like a kid's cartoon dealing with things like that.
Yeah.
Like opening illegal credit lines to fund military operations and things like that. Like,
Yeah, Ahsoka's got like the kid perspective there where she's like, I don't know much about politics. I thought we were talking about the war, but they're just talking about credits and banks and all these regulations.
yeah.
It's like for the kid at home watching, like, oh, I guess politics is a little more complicated than I thought.
Yeah, I guess it's not just like the cool clones. But then fucking Anakin in that moment is like, it's simple. I'll teach you about politics, Ahsoka. The Separatists think the Republic is corrupt, which
Yeah.
it isn't, so they're trying to fight us. And they're wrong. So we are fighting them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Anakin, you are so stupid.
He also was like, don't bring me into this at one point. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, what?
You're a
literally
general in the
fighting the war.
Yeah.
Like, do you think you don't have a political place in it? You're literally out there doing like political missions.
Yeah, you have an official title as a military leader.
He's like really thick-headed in some of these episodes. It's pretty funny though.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I'll also say
That you were like shocked when you found out that Padme's hair thing is actually just like its own piece. And
I
not
did
actually
write
her
that down
doing her
actually.
hair.
Yes, that was crazy. They're
Yeah.
holding her hair piece. Just like, what? She has a lot of hair.
I was like, so is that synthetic hair or is that her hair also that like
Yeah.
was harvested?
Who knows how things work on Naboo, man?
Yeah,
it's
weird.
weird. But big thing about this episode that's not really about the episode itself, but a little behind the scenes more, is that we have new character models for Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan here. Ahsoka is aged up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's got longer head tails and things. And now she hasn't got to show them yet, but she got 2 lightsabers on her belt now. I
Okay.
don't know if you noticed that.
No, I didn't actually. She looks very cool though. I
Yeah.
like the design level up.
She looks great, and cool. I mean,
This is the sexier Ahsoka that you were saying you had a crush on.
when I was little.
Yes, I know. Like, I remember that watching this because even the last episode though I thought, which maybe it was the same model or a slightly different one, but I was like, I feel like they are like feminizing her much more in these episodes as of late. And then this one came by and I was like, oh no, they really like kind of leaned into it there.
And Lux Bonteri straight up like checks her out. Like,
But she invites him to. Okay.
no matter where you go in the galaxy, boys are always the same.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. So we're introduced to essentially.
Why didn't we
Padme-
do that as the improv scene?
Yeah, true. That's a good. That's a good point.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt your train of thought.
No, it's fine. Padme's like, I have a friend who's a separatist. Okay. You're friends with separatists, but they're all evil. Shut up. They meet Mina Bonteri and her son Lux Bonteri. And
The widow Bonteri.
yeah, their husband was killed by clones. Or
Yeah.
her husband.
I need to take a step outside. That was Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like necessarily something that could not be explored in like an episode like this or a series like this, but I think it's really funny to try and do this when like you have blatantly shown us like a very binary like morality of the at least like separatist side, where it's like in most cases these guys are just like pure evil.
For sure. And like even if like Mina Bonteri is a good person, they don't really ever explain her political beliefs or anything. And like this could be an opportunity to show the gray area of everything. And it's like, yeah, we see that she seems like a nice person or whatever, but she doesn't ever really explain like why she believes in the separatist cause, other than the fact that her husband was killed by Republic soldiers. And then at the end of the day, it's like, your Senate is still controlled by Count Dooku, who is like a war criminal mass murderer, that everybody knows that. And Padme even says something about like, yeah, but like you answer to Dooku. And she's like, well, not everybody thinks that Dooku's like a bad man, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but he is, though. The leader of the Republic is also a bad man, but they don't know that.
That's my big problem. It's like the very, like I said, I don't think they can't explore, but it's so surface level in this episode because she gives us nothing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, okay. It kind of just seems like you're trying to say, well, there's good people under like a bad system, which like, okay, yeah, that's a very obvious, but you're also showing us like it on the political level.
Yeah,
so
and
that doesn't work.
And you show us that in the Republic too. Anyway,
yeah.
I mean, the Republic is shown as bad and not working, and we know that the main bad guy of the whole thing is in charge of the Republic. Yet there are still good people within that system trying to advocate for change or whatever. So, like, what is the difference? Like, what are we even exploring here?
By the way, if I was like a politician going against Padme, like rhetorically and trying to come up with some stuff, I'd be like calling her performative Padme. The way
nice.
The second her servant was like, "No, you're like for the people. You always listen to the people." Padme was like, "Tell me more."
Yeah,
like,
dude.
What, is your mom okay? Is she
no.
like feeling? Is she sick? Is she sick right now? Like,
it was just such like pretty realistic like politician bullshit though. Of like, yeah, meet Joe Smith. He talked to me about how he has a hard time putting food on his table because the factory workers don't get paid enough.
Also crazy, they're like experiencing mass power outages to like conserve energy. That's terrible.
Well, that was
No, I don't mean the attack. There was that like one of the examples that she gave for how her family was affected was that like they're going hours without power.
Oh, on Naboo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, but so in order to like destabilize these talks of peace, Grievous and Dooku send some droids into the underbelly of Coruscant to murder some employees. And that was pretty brutal.
They got slaughtered.
Droids were just like executing unarmed workers. Like
it felt super different because they were, like you said, just like maintenance workers. Like and not like on a ship or anything. Like they're not armed at all.
No, they just come into their place of work and do a mass shooting at work. Like, it was a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Which
I guess they did have one gun under the table.
Yeah.
It's just too weak for those droids.
But that, gosh, so silly when they're like rolling in and the clone troopers like checking people's IDs and then they start going and he's like, hey, you guys are supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
Just like that classic thing in movies that you see a million times of like, someone's like, wait a minute. You're supposed to be going the other way. Yes, right.
It's so that in this episode that's trying to explore some very politically deep topics, it's so that they can absorb their slapstick kid humor in there too.
Yeah.
It's like weird, tonally weird.
I know. It's like, you've got that. You've got Ahsoka talking about, silly boys.
Yeah.
At the same time as like executing civilians and deregulating banks and all this. Just like, and it all kind of ends up being a big nothing and not super entertaining, I feel like.
Also, I feel like it makes the Republic look so bad to me, like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, and it's just like the fact that they're like, yeah, the idea of like let's deregulate the banks. The banks really want them to be deregulated. Does that seem like a good idea? And then like we immediately see that once they're deregulated or like on the path to it, they're like, yeah, we're gonna charge you more. There's no cap on interest anymore. There's no regulations.
Yeah. Well, they're just like so like, well, we need more clone troopers.
Yeah.
We need more clone troopers.
By the way, so the banking federation, where do they get their money? Because it seems like they can fund like insane amounts of both. There's funding both sides of the war.
Right. The Muns, they are just sort of like thousands of years of generational political manipulations to have the massive amounts of wealth from all these different places that they have alliances with and stuff, I guess. And they just...
I thought maybe like they commandeered a resource or something way back when and like blew up from that or something. Because I was like, they're like the Iron Bank in Game of Thrones.
They are. The Darth Plagueis book gets into that a lot because Darth Plagueis was a Mun and he's part of the banking clan.
Oh, really? I don't know if I knew that.
Yes, Hago Damask is his Mun name. And he... Damask Holdings is like this big part of it, and apparently the whole business on Naboo is because they have some kind of like plasma reserve on Naboo that, you know, they tried to convince Naboo to like come into the... I'm gonna remember the details incorrectly, but like come into their like trading fold and let them have like mining rights to the plasma reserves on Naboo or whatever. And then they're like, and with that, we'll kind of bring you into like, I don't know, this circle of planets in my circle or whatever. And they're like, no, you're just going to want to like, you know, industrialize our planet and blah, blah, blah. And it's like a nature preserve planet and all this and whatever. And I do think they got a lot of money from the Naboo plasma.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, those guys kind of have me curious.
I
also like how Padme was like, you live here on Coruscant. Like, if Coruscant gets attacked, you live here.
Yeah,
yeah. And he was like, no, I don't have a side. It's not my fight to pick.
I guess you could just go up in a spaceship and wait it out. But
I guess so, yeah.
And the episode, the second episode is even more boring.
Rest in peace, Mina Bonteri.
Yeah, she just dies off screen. Like, they're just like, oh, well, turns out she was killed.
Why introduce her?
Yeah, I know. It seems like a big new character, and then, nope, she's dead.
Her and her husband. Rotten hell, separatist scum.
For real, man.
Lux, you're next.
I did write, what the fuck, the hairpiece isn't her hair? And also I wrote about how she's such an opportunist with Dekla and just using her family's plight for political gain. Like,
the way she does it is so gross too. It's literally like
she doesn't care at all. And then she's like, "Ooh, wait a minute, I could use this."
Yeah, like I said, it's making me dislike Padme.
I know.
And I like Padme.
I know. I like her too, but she kind of sucks in the show. Also, her life is like constantly in danger. There's just assassination attempt one after the other with her.
Yeah.
Friend
of a Jedi.
Should we just move on to the Night Sisters?
One last thing.
Please.
Did Ahsoka not know that... Or there's a comment Ahsoka makes to Padme, like, oh, that must be why you get along with Anakin so well, or Master Skywalker so well. She doesn't know they're like a thing?
I guess not.
Yeah. I'd just been assuming the whole time she knew, because, like, feels like the worst kept secret, you know? So...
I guess she's so idolizes Anakin that she'll probably believe whatever he says. But yeah, then Padme gets all flustered and it's like, oh, yes, well, you know, he is an interesting guy. Yeah. Something like that.
I will say also one last thing on it, because I just think...
No rush at all.
It is, again, interesting that we ring the bell of Ahsoka being like, well, Anakin, I did something that's sort of against the way we do things because that's how you do things. And
Yeah, yeah.
so, why are you mad about it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, get fucked.
And he doesn't really have anything to say
Yeah.
back. He's like, okay. Like, you're lucky that Ahsoka is like a good person and has her heart in the right place, because like you've kind of created a uncontrollable Jedi here that is gonna do whatever she thinks is right.
Yeah, honestly, it really got me thinking about her too, because I was like, okay, I guess she's like, in a sense, I don't know if you would still like call her, if you're going literary analysis style, like a foil to Anakin,
Yeah.
but she's like kind of on the same trajectory that he's been on, and has a lot of the similar traits. Obviously, I don't know if there's another word for like the underling of the character like that, but I was thinking like, okay, well, we know how Anakin ends up. I have no clue how Ahsoka ends up. And I'm like, her path though. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with her. She's a. I don't know. I don't know. These aren't fleshed out theories I have, so I'll keep them shut for now.
Hey, it's okay. I will say it goes pretty interesting places, though. I do really like what they end up doing with Ahsoka in this show.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be super like pissed and somewhat vindicated like once the Order 66 happens, if she's like not in isolation or like excommunicated by then for some reason,
Mm.
because I feel like she is, of all the characters, somewhat seen like through Palpatine the most so far, like some of these machinations.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's almost like the naivete. Wow, pronounce that in a cool way. Allows her to just like cut through any of like the bullshit obfuscation of things. Like,
I guess especially when Palpatine's playing it up as he frickin' does in these episodes too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess like that's the thing is like Anakin absolutely loves Palpatine, thinks he's awesome, and Ahsoka doesn't really, but she doesn't really talk to him about that
Yeah.
because he's obsessed with Palpatine. Um. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if there's. I'm sure there is. Like book content of. You know what? There is for sure. I was gonna say like stuff in between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones of Palpatine kind of grooming Anakin a little bit while he's like still very young and stuff.
Hmm.
Um.
Palpatine's an evil dude.
Oh yeah.
He's messed up.
Well, speaking of, next we've got the 3-episode arc, Night Sisters, Witches of the Mist.
All sparked by an evil act of Palpatine.
Exactly.
Just an emotionally cruel, manipulative act.
Monsters and Witches of the Mist. Okay, monster. Sorry. Yes. We start on. Pretty sure, like right after the little opening narration, we go to Sereno, Dooku's castle on the planet Sereno, and he gets a little phone call from Palpatine saying like, "Hey, Ventress is like really powerful, by the way. Like, you wouldn't be thinking about maybe like teaming up and trying to kill me, right?" Yeah, and it's like. We've never explicitly seen that Dooku wants to do that, but you kind of just assume that every single Sith, that is their goal, is to like overthrow their master.
I have to imagine he said it to Ventress in the way he did to Savage.
Yeah, he said it to Savage on day one, like
Yeah.
you said, so he must have talked to Ventress about it.
Yeah.
Which
is interesting too, because I wonder. Maybe the episodes are great, but I wish they dived into that a little bit more. Maybe it would have been good to know a little bit more about their relationship.
Yeah, or when she does see him again, have something about like, I thought we were gonna, do that together. Could have been a cool addition to it. But yeah, I guess it's this thing of like, you got the rule of 2. But the apprentice always wants to have like another like little guy below them, like because like Palpatine starts training Maul before Plagueis is dead, and Plagueis knows about it and is cool with it. But it's just like, oh well, Maul's not really another Sith. He's just like a Force-sensitive assassin that we're just using, and then we'll get rid of him whenever we need. But Palpatine is probably thinking like, well, if Maul is good enough, then we could team up and overthrow Plagueis together. But if he's not, then we'll just cut him to the side and I'll wait it out longer. And I guess that's what Dooku is doing with Ventress too.
It's just their lifestyle.
They just all do that. Yeah. Which works. I mean,
does it?
Well, it doesn't work for what they want to get out of it, but I think in a story sense and in a character sense, it works for me as a viewer, I guess.
I thought you meant they were like achieving their end goal.
Yeah, no,
like, not really.
Dooku succeeds.
Yeah. Hey man, that'd be interesting. See an alternate Dooku in Palpatine position universe.
Yeah, and it's like, bro. Well, that's what is cool about the Sith is sometimes you're like, dude, are you so stupid that like you think that that Palpatine actually cares about you and thinks that like he probably tells you stuff like, well, you will forever be like my right hand man, and like, you know what, but you are so willing to kill all of your right hand men and get a new one that's more powerful. You don't think he also is doing that too to you? But no, they don't, because they're so egotistical. Like,
who could be more powerful than Darth Tyranus?
Exactly. That is exactly what he thinks, 100%. And he's like, well, I'm not worried about getting replaced because like I'm the best and nobody could ever take me out. So
rough. And then what happens to him? Replaced.
And
he gets that look in his eye that's so good too.
I was about to say, that is like one of my favorite Revenge of the Sith parts, is when he turns and looks at Palpatine and he's like realizing everything right in that moment, right before he dies. He's like, I was just as expendable as fucking as a battle droid.
Have you heard the tragedy of Count Dooku?
It is. Hey, these guys' lives don't end happily.
No, and he's probably in Force hell right now. Screaming it out with Zargoon.
God damn. I'd like to see their morning tea with all the dead Siths in Sith hell.
Gosh. Gotta be a terrible vibe down there.
They probably don't want to hang out with each other. They probably all just stay isolated in their own little...
Maybe it's like a Sartre no exit situation though. Like every sort of thing one person does that affects another, so they're all just constantly getting on each other.
You could be right. That's your point of reference. Mine is Jim Henson's The Cube TV mini special predates the Muppets.
Is it like a liminal space they're trapped in or something?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
It's actually awesome. Yeah. 60s TV was, I mean, as with any era, there's good and bad stuff, so I don't just want to blanketly say, like, 60s TV was really good. But they were trying weird stuff.
Was more teleplay era, too, which is like, I don't know, we don't have any equivalent to that nowadays, really, at all.
No, and I mean... You think about like how good like the OG Twilight Zone show is. Like, that would be so hard to replicate, and they've tried many times, and it's never really worked. But
yeah, man, the Jordan Peele Twilight Zone, I just always remember from the trailer. What's his name? What's the actor in 30 Rock who plays Tracy Morgan? His name's not Tracy Morgan, is it?
His name's Tracy Morgan in real life. I think the character's Tracy Jordan on 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But he like plays one of the characters in the trailer. He's just like, he says it in his silly like character voice from 30 Rock. Do you want to change your life? Like,
that's the one where like Kumail is a stand-up.
Yeah, and he like loses something every time he like has a good set or something. I forget what, but that's basically it. Like, because the trailer, I watched the trailer so many times because I like the sound design of it, I guess. But yeah, because the moment in the trailer, he wakes up his girlfriend. He's like, "Where's our dog?" And she's like, we don't have a dog.
Whoa!
So pretty awesome.
I did watch the first couple episodes. I definitely saw that whole episode, and I think the premiere was Adam Scott on an airplane, and like some podcast was telling him that the airplane was going to crash or something like that. Nobody would believe him.
Because they were homaging, or I don't know, trying to do a sequel to the... Have you seen the episode with the dude from Star Trek? What is his name?
Yeah, William Shatner.
Yeah.
Terror at 3,000 feet or whatever.
Yeah, they did that the same though with the fucking Kid President episode. Did you ever get to that one?
Oh shit, I remember that. Well, that is an original Twilight Zone episode too, right?
Yeah, they're trying, like the kid who sends the adults to the cornfield when he doesn't like he's siloed off his little section of the world. That's like my favorite Twilight Zone episode. I think it's the best performances too.
That one's really good, and I also love the one in the Twilight. Have you seen the movie, the '80s Twilight Zone movie?
I have seen it before, but like when I was like 12, we were just talking about this the other day. I want to watch it again. That and the creep.
John Landis killed a child during it.
That's
what we were talking about. Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt, though. I want to watch that movie as well. But what's the Twilight Zone one?
The movie is, I would say like three. It's four. It's like four different stories, and I'd say 3 out of 4 of them are pretty good. The John Landis one is obviously horrible because of what happened, but before I knew that, and I did watch it when I was probably around 12 as well. I really liked that first story.
Is there a mummy one in there, or is that maybe Tales from the Crypt?
No, I don't think there's a mummy one. Second one, Steven Spielberg, about old people getting young again for a day. Garbage.
Opposite of the Goosebumps episode.
At least for me, when I was a kid, it was like the most boring fucking thing. I'm watching Twilight Zone for like some scary stuff, okay? Yeah. I don't want to see a thing about old people being kids again.
What did they do when they were kids again? Did you?
I don't remember. They like kiss and go to play on a swing set and stuff.
They didn't travel back in time. They just got younger.
Yeah. Okay. I think so. Because I only saw the movie all the way through once when I was a kid, but I've gone back and watched the third segment a bunch of times. That one is, I believe, Joe Dante directed. And it's about a kid who can just magically like make whatever he wants happen by talking, which reminded me of the Kid President thing. But he's obsessed with like cartoons and stuff. So it's really good. I if you don't remember it, I don't even necessarily think I should walk through it too much. So
that does sound like the cornfield episode that I like a lot.
He essentially like lures this lady back to his house and tries to trap her there, and like it's like his birthday every day, and his sister pisses him off, so he sends her into the TV to like be chased by a cartoon wolf and stuff, and like
wait, have you seen the episode I'm talking about, the cornfield one?
I think I have. It sounds really familiar, but I can't, I'm not having any, visual memories of it, but...
So, in that episode, it's the kid's birthday, and I don't know if it's been a while since I watched it. I don't know if it's, supposed to be, whatever it is, the kid's birthday, since he's basically in control of this, little, town. He punishes someone by transforming them into a jack-in-the-box. He has the same kind of ability. He can just...
Okay, so this episode was probably based on that one, or this segment of the movie.
Maybe that they picked a few of their... Well, maybe there's some original ones, but maybe they're like, well, we got one really successful episode, so we want to maybe expand on it or something.
Well, because the fourth one in the movie is George Miller just straight up remaking the William Shatner,
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the airplane one, so that probably is a reference to that. I can't remember if I've seen the new the Jordan Peele Kid President one, or if I've seen the original one. Man, I should just go through and watch all the old Twilight Zones.
Hey man, call me up when you're watching Twilight Zone episodes. I'll happily watch them.
I've seen a lot, but I definitely have not watched it all the way through.
Or if you want to watch the new ones too, I've seen them. They're pretty bad, but I remember there being a couple good ones.
I bet that's the fun thing about an anthology show. It's hey, maybe the next one will be cool.
Yeah.
That one sucked, but you never know.
Man, there was a Ray Seahorn one too, and I really like her. And I was like, man, I hope this episode's good. And it was just so terrible.
Who is that?
She's Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul, and also
Oh, yeah.
Lady Pluribus. Wait, we haven't seen Better Call Saul, I guess, right?
I have seen Better Call Saul, at least like 3 seasons of it, but
Gotcha.
not watched Pluribus yet, but I would like to. There is a Twilight Zone comic book that just started a few months ago. IDW Publishing, anthology, black and white comic book. New writer and artist every month. And I read the first one, and it was really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to check that out. I like anthology comics. I guess really I've only had experience with Ice Cream Man. Have you read that one?
No, I've heard about that.
But I like that one a lot too, and it's like what I liked about that is like each issue is also kind of like letting the writer use the medium of a comic books in like a unique way. Like some of them are a little gimmicky. Like there's one that you can read like forward to back and back to front, you know?
Yeah. That's still a fun experiment.
Yeah, there's like some really cool conceptual ones that are like this comic is a crossword puzzle. It's like, what?
Huh.
Whoa.
Okay.
There's cool stuff in there.
That's fun. Yeah, I like stuff that kind of plays with the form of I mean, it can be annoying and gimmicky, like you said, but sometimes it can be really good. Obviously, like Animal Man, big successful example of that, I feel like. But and then there's this one French one that it's like a superhero parody, but his superpower is that he can like break through panels. He like climbs outside of the panels and like messes with word balloons and like he can affect the actual like comic itself. What is that called? I don't remember. Might not even be French.
But real quick on you ever read the like autobiographical or no, it's not it's just a biography, someone else wrote it, a biography on Rod Serling, Twilight Zone like graphic novel?
No.
Dude, it's like the worst thing ever, and I picked it up from the library years ago and I just never returned it, so I've had it for the longest time. But it's like it tells the story of his life, which is fine and all, and it like starts how he was writing teleplays actually, and like got those on TV and whatnot. But then by the end of it, it like shows him, and it's like, yeah, it's been me, Rod Serling, telling you this story the whole time, and I'm on a plane right now. And it's like kind of again homaging that episode. And then it like he's surrounded by like some characters that it mentioned, and like characters from stuff he's written, and they're all like looking at him like evilly. And then he looks like really afraid. And then it ends basically. And it's like, oh, so this person's perspective was that Rod Serling is in hell after you like told us the story of
all the bad people from his stories are now gonna punish him in hell.
Yeah, I was like, what? Weird way to end. Like I guess it was trying to be like do 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 do, but I was like, it's a real person though. You just told their life story.
Man, have you seen the original Planet of the Apes movie?
Dude, I don't think I have, and I saw a clip from it the other day, and I was like, this looks so fucking good.
It's extremely good. I've not
seen this.
The first one, it's fantastic. I mean, it's one of my favorite like sci-fi movies. But Rod Serling, it's based on a novel, so I guess it's like a French novel, so he didn't have anything to do with that. But the first draft of the screenplay was a Rod Serling one, and it makes a lot of sense because I didn't know that until somewhat recently. But then you kind of think about Planet of the Apes, like it's a very like Twilight Zone-y type concept.
Yeah, it's like those original movies are much more kind of sci-fi, right?
Yeah,
versus the new ones, which I guess are just like action adventure.
Yeah, for sure. At least the original series of movies is very strange. After the first one, they're very hit or miss in terms of quality, but they're all really weird and interesting. I think there are 5 original movies.
You ever watch Mad Men?
No.
There's a scene in that show, like I guess because they hit on some cultural landmarks, as they happen throughout that series. And one of them is Planet of the Apes coming out. And like Dawn ditches work to go watch it 5 times with the sun.
That's fun. Oh man, it's a great If you ever want to watch, let me know. I've been really wanting to rewatch the second one because the second one, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, true, like,
What's under there?
I don't want to say, but a movie that when I watched it, I actually could not sleep the whole night afterwards.
Scary?
To me, yeah.
Did you feel that way about the first one?
No.
That's fine. I totally forgot this. Don's kid gets like terrified.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, the next, like at night, and his ex-wife gets pissed at him.
Wow, I'm just like Don's kid.
Mhm.
I guess my dad's a lot like Don Draper in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
No.
No, yeah.
I guess he, is a businessman.
Mhm.
And he's a white guy, and he was alive in the 60s.
Did he ever smoke?
No, I don't think so.
Nice. Does he drink during work?
No.
Did he ever go to war, then kind of steal someone's identity and sort of...
Yo, spoilers.
That's the... Well, okay.
Is that the premise of the
It's
show?
basically,
Okay.
yeah.
No, he's never been to war.
Pretty sure that's a season 1. I hope I didn't spoil it.
No, I'm probably not going to watch it. So.
Okay. That's a great show, but
Maybe I will.
you do you.
It's hard for me to watch TV, and I got to watch the Clone Wars for the 4th
No,
time.
you're right. And it is 7 seasons.
Yeah. Mad Men?
Yeah.
So is Clone Wars. No. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should watch one Clone Wars episode, then one Mad Men.
And see if they actually have anything to do with it. They were kind of coming out around the same time.
Were they? Yeah, maybe actually. When was this? 2012? Or no, we're probably in like 2009,
2011,
right?
10 or 11.
Right.
Yeah.
When did episode 3 come out?
2005.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And trust me, I like talking about all this stuff too. So me trying to be like, let's get back on track is not at all me being like, I'm telling you to get back on track.
When I say sorry, also, I am meaning, well, I don't know. It's just also a response. I'm like, sorry. It's like a button to move on.
For sure. I feel you. But you don't ever need to be sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm not, is what I'm saying, I guess. I don't feel bad at all.
Okay. Yeah, Obi-Wan and Anakin are not wearing their, like, goofy armor anymore. And they look like they do in Revenge of the Sith now.
Yeah.
Which I prefer a lot, actually. Anakin's hair is, like, a little bit longer. They just kind of got their Jedi robes with, like, tiny little hints of armor around the, like, wrists and everything.
Obi-Wan looks younger to me for some reason. Like
really?
This too. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
So we get like a pretty good little opener here of like a battle that's going on, some random, Clone Wars battle that Obi-Wan and Anakin and Ventress are all fighting in, and essentially they all end up in this ship together, and Dooku's like, okay, let's blow up that ship and kill all of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, which is also so weak. I thought Dooku was gonna like go and lay the blow himself on Ventress, not just like send a missile at her or something, Come on, Dooku, have a little respect for Ventress, who he seemed a little like, really, Master? You sure? Like, she's my most trusted confidant.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it did seem like in that moment he kind of liked her, but never again.
Yeah. I guess that's like kind of the way their hate works.
Flip that switch, and it's over.
It's all consuming, and then you have your target locked on. You will not stop until you get it.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how Anakin was. Like he's all good, and then the second he's like, okay, and my only thing I care about is saving Padme's life, so I will literally like murder children now. Yeah, weird.
Master Skywalker,
what are we going to do? So, pretty good little like quick lightsaber fight between Ventress and Obi-Wan and Anakin. I'd say the lightsaber fighting in these episodes in general is really strong.
Honestly, dude, I was like, man, I'm going to be excited to talk about some of these lightsaber fights. But there was so many that I'm like, not sure I can remember specific details like we can normally from there was like 6, 7 lightsaber fights in these episodes. Maybe more.
Yeah. pretty epic 6-7 drop there.
Yeah, thank you.
I do think the best one is when Ventress and Savage like confront Dooku together.
Yeah.
And then because that keeps changing, like who's fighting each other and who's pairing up to fight against one and all that. Like,
Savage is such a like insecure little baby, by the way. The second like Dooku's getting to him, and then Ventress is being a little firm with him. He's like, "No, I don't want to play anymore, and I'm gonna fight you both now."
yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on, Savage, grow up, baby.
But I mean, he just went through something pretty intense before.
He also did grow up.
Yeah, but through magic.
Yeah. Which, by the way, did Darth Maul go through that then?
I don't know. The Night Sister steroids program. So Ventress escapes the explosion and lands half broken and defeated on Dathomir, her home world, to retreat to the embrace of Mother Talzin, the leader of the Night Sisters.
Whoa, big reveal for me since I've only seen her as a Star Wars Unlimited guard.
Yeah, big character.
And she rolls. And I knew she'd roll too, by the way.
She's really cool.
Yeah.
And her voice is crazy because it's like, did you play Shadow of the Colossus?
No. Mm-mm.
In that game, there's like essentially like a disembodied god voice that talks to you every time you die and wake back up. And it's a man and a woman speaking at the same time. And Talzin has that going on too. Like, she's definitely a woman, but in the background echo, there's like a man voice like echoing everything she says. It was really cool.
Dude, I heard that a couple times throughout the episode, like the echo delayed maybe a second longer or something, and it kept throwing me off. I was like, what the hell is that? What?
Yeah,
but it's
weird,
cool. It's a cool effect.
It is cool. And yeah, so she kind of comes back here and she gets healed by the Night Sisters and re-brought into their fold.
God, the magic looks really cool too. I like the little rituals that they do.
All this green mist swirling around and everything. It's great. And then, like you mentioned, this is where we get some Ventress backstory, because while she's being healed, this kind of like goes into her mind and she wants revenge on Dooku. Right now, that's all she really cares about. She's still all consumed by hate, even though she might not be with the Separatists or the Sith anymore. She's still not great and just wants to kill people. But we get her backstory. She was, I guess, taken away from Dathomir at a young age.
Yeah, sold for some reason, I guess. They had to, it seemed like.
Yeah, and then whatever that master was got killed.
And she ended up liking him, so it was sad too. That was like a really sad little sequence of just like her like being pulled away from relationships she's supposed to like be growing and bonding with.
Yeah, she got pulled away from her family, then from her first master, then her Jedi master died.
Yeah. And
now, so her whole life is just
and Dooku's doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Looking for some role model to be able to look up to, but just keeps getting snatched away.
Knowing she was like a Padawan once and has fallen from that status is actually sad.
Yeah. And this is the first time you've seen her with her weird comb-over hair in these flashbacks.
Yeah. Oh, so is that all we'll get to see of that? Is it only in the flashback, or does she get hair again?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. If she goes good, she may go blonde.
Why would she go good? She's a bad guy.
Maybe it's a little more complicated and there's heroes on both sides.
Yeah. As we have learned, they got that episode title from the opening crawl of Revenge of the Sith, because it says that in there, like, war, there are heroes on both sides.
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
It's like, what? There are?
What both side heroes do we see in that movie?
No, you don't. You don't. So
Darth Maul's my hero.
Well, then you're in luck. So, she wants revenge, and oh yeah, dude. To go back a little bit, I just saw in my notes that when she gets picked up by like this pirate ship,
Oh, yeah.
Initially when she's floating in the wreckage. They take her in, and she's like, "Take me to Dathomir," and they're like, "You think you can like tell us what to do?" And they probably have bad intentions for her. It seems like pretty creepy guys, all like kind of starting to surround her a little bit.
They did start with like, "What side were you fighting for?" Which was kind of curious to me.
Yeah.
But
she chokes them all out at the same time.
And she also said they were from Dathomir, and like, or she said, "Take me to Dathomir," and I guess maybe it's not common knowledge, but wouldn't you just be like, okay, that was probably like a Sith or Separatist?
Yeah, but I guess they're like, yeah, I don't know. They don't quite explain the relationship between Dooku and Talzin, but it seems like they have a working partnership, or at least Dooku's under the impression that they do, because he very much trusts her to give him a new apprentice and stuff.
He did her a favor too, I guess, is what he said.
Yeah, but we didn't get info on what that was.
No, right? But you know, don't you?
I genuinely don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember if that gets followed up on or not.
He was super trusting. It was like really surprised. It made him seem stupid, honestly, a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially considering, like, I think Mother Taliesin says right to his face, like, when he's like, "Oh, how'd you know that Ventress is dead?" She's like, "Oh, well, like, we care about our own and always, like, know and take care of our own. We're, like, loyal to ourselves." Yeah. So we know all this stuff. Anyway, like, I know you tried to kill
Here's
her.
something for you.
Yeah.
That, like, remember the last one that we gave you? How she tried to kill you? Here's another one.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he didn't.
This.
He didn't know that she tried to kill him, though, because initially, after Ventress gets healed, he sends, or Mother Talzin sends Ventress away with 2 other Night Sisters. One of them is Karis, right? Or Karis.
I didn't catch their names, and then they were hard to get a good visual on.
For sure.
Super cool effect, though.
Yes, because they step into like this spell that makes them, invisible pretty much. But for us, the viewer, they're still a little visible. They're just kind of like clouds.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe the effect accurately even. It's like... Yeah, I guess it was kind of like if you shine a flashlight through smoke or haze. Like, kind of looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like a laser light coming through fog or something. So she gives them lightsabers so that when they attack him, if they don't succeed, he's going to think that they're a Jedi.
Yeah.
And they also drug him. This attack on Dooku is really cool, I think.
I agree.
Because
he messes them up, too.
Oh my god, it's awesome. They shoot him with like some poison dart, so he's a little bit sluggish. He's not quite at 100%, but he's still able to like hold them off. And man, I mean, this is so good in the animation, just completely wordless storytelling of, he's like at first he's kind of groggy and he's just like defending himself. And the invisibility does like take him by surprise for a minute, and they seem like, oh, they're pushing him back. But then like something in him snaps at a certain point where he's like, okay, like fuck this. Like he starts getting pissed off and then gets his wits about him again. And then he just electrocutes all 3 of them at the same time and then fucking throws them out the window.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Man, and I said I wasn't really going to remember details of fights, but I will say this one was so awesome and memorable too, because like the whole time when they're going through it with each other, like the game of the fight a little bit is that they're trying to flank him. They're trying to like all surround him every time, and it's like Dooku moving through the environment trying not to get flanked.
Yeah, it goes
really awesome to watch.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like that like triangle hallway that they go down and everything, like from his bedroom into his audience chamber or whatever.
And the other 2 are like constantly trying to flip behind him every time he's like battling with one in front. I just thought that was so cool and like an actual intelligent like tactic to be using against him.
Yes.
And then as you said, just really awesome when he's like, "Nah, I'm done with this."
Like,
woo.
They are pretty smart in the way that they try to attack him, and then also he's like really smart in the way he's defending himself.
Yeah.
And that's really what you need to see to like sell me on how powerful Dooku really is.
Yeah.
And like I buy it 100%. That
Me
like
too.
even with drugging him, even with being invisible, you guys, it's Dooku. Like,
He's too much for you.
especially on defense. Like, Dooku is like the master defensive duelist. Just his stance and everything is perfect for it. And then, yeah, the triple lightning and the smashing of the window and everything is like, I really like gets me fucking excited.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I like how Ventress was like, I told you guys like not to underestimate him. I literally told you, and they're like, no, yeah, he was actually much stronger than we thought.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. Because, yeah, that was the whole thing. Is she was like, you guys don't know. Like, they were all very confident that they, like, it's three of us against one of him. And she's like, guys, like.
It does seem like getting the first shot in, I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Like, they actually got him. If that was just like straight poison, Dooku's down.
Yeah, you could just maybe kill him. Well, I guess they do have, like, the force detoxifying stuff and everything.
You're right. Damn, man. No weak deaths in the Star Wars universe from poison like that, then.
No, not for Jedi, at least. Or, sorry, Force users. Dooku's a bit of a fallen Jedi.
Not a Jedi anymore.
He was once.
Maybe in his heart he's still like, I'm kind of a Jedi.
Well, he probably thinks he's doing the right thing.
Hey, well, no. I was gonna say, in a sense, he's like against Palpatine, but then I was like, well, no, he's not against Palpatine's on both sides. So
yeah,
but I guess I'm curious what he thinks of Chancellor Palpatine. You know, like.
Yeah, I think he knows though. I think he knows that it's the same guy.
He does?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
This is something that I always can't quite remember.
Maybe close to the vest information though you'd want to keep, no?
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
But Dooku was his right hand.
Yeah, I feel like he does know, but maybe not. Maybe he just discovers it in that moment when he's like about to get his head cut off.
Yeah, Grievous didn't know.
No, Grievous does not know. But Grievous is also stupid. And
True. He's not necessarily also in the hierarchy of them all. On these kind of getting to that level, but
he's a tool though.
He doesn't have force power, so it kind of puts him in a different class.
Yeah. And he's just like, go here and do this, do what we say. And
don't diss my man.
He's happy to do that too, because all he cares about is like killing people.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. So then the next episode, after they fail to assassinate him, Ventress is like, okay, well, we need a new method. He'll be looking for a new apprentice to replace me now, so let's have that be an inside man for us that then we can flip it around and turn on him. So this is where we get introduced to Savage Opress.
Woo!
She goes to this male village on the other side of Dathomir to make all the strong young men fight each other and prove who's the best one. And for the final test, he's got to kill his own brother. It's this whole series of trials that are all pretty fun and entertaining to watch, I feel like. And then, like we mentioned, they roid him up with magic and seemed to, like, delete part of his intelligence or independent thinking.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the little brother story that they, like, put in there, and I thought it was kind of sad, actually.
Yeah.
Because throughout, like, the trial that Ventress puts them through the entire time, that guy's, like, basically just trying to keep his brother alive.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like, you think Ventress, like, oh, I actually did spare this guy, but you learn that she just kidnapped him for later to use as a, I guess, just point.
Yeah, just to be like, well, if you're going to cross this line, then we probably have you all the way. Like, if you're willing to do this, then you'll do whatever we say.
Bummer. I just don't like watching a brother try to plead with, like, what's left of his brother to not kill him. It's sad.
I know. It is sad. And it's with that magic spear that Mother Talzin makes for him.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that they can do that. They seem like really powerful.
This is just a magic weapon, by the way.
Mother Talzin seems to be like infinitely powerful.
Also, like, I guess, is she just kind of truly neutral or just trying to expand their own, like, reach? Or
I guess
what are their goals?
I don't know. I guess she meant it when she said we just kind of look after ourselves and worry about our own stuff.
But why do the Night Sisters exist like that? Because they seem more like org than just like, yeah, this is a culture, you know? And maybe that's just the culture.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is like some kind of religious group or something. Like, yeah, I don't know exactly what their goals are or whatever. I guess, but
But we'll see them again.
oh, for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Um. So yeah, Talzin has some relationship with Dooku where he trusts her enough to provide uh, another Zabrak male, just like Darth Maul. Um, and Dooku's kind of excited by the idea of having someone strong like Darth Maul under his wing. Then we get. I forget where this episode ends and the next one starts, but they go together, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
one story.
Some nice like Sith training. Um,
It was nice to get insight into like how Dooku trains his apprentices. It's I don't know. It's interesting to see the Sith way of doing it and how you get conditioned to like use your hate and anger and emotions to I don't know be a Sith and be tapped into that darker side of the Force.
It's a kind of a cool parallel to like Yoda training Luke. When he's like lifting those little diamond things on the bridge outside, and he's like, "It's impossible." I'm like, "Yeah, it's like that's just like what Luke said."
Yeah,
And then instead of being like, "No, it's only impossible because you feel it to be impossible." Everything's actually all connected, and the size of something doesn't matter. It's all the rock, the tree, the grass, blah blah. Blah. You know, Yoda's beautiful way of looking at things. Well, on Dooku's side, he'll just electrocute you until you get so angry that you do it right.
I hate you.
Good.
Which also, and minor complaint, I feel like that's not really the way that side of the Force should necessarily work. Like, I'm just so angry in this one moment that it like amplifies Force abilities, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. I like it for a little flavor, but like if it's I don't know, it seemed like he got super powerful from being just a little electrocuted, and like pissed.
Yeah, true. I feel like it's more earned in other times, but we definitely have seen before like those big pops of anger make people go crazy with the Force.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't disagree. I mean, I guess they're trying to kind of go through it pretty fast.
Like I said, it's like it's such a minor complaint, right? I'm like that Force like exertion didn't seem appropriate enough for but it's like,
I mean, I see what you are saying though, and I kind of imagine this was maybe like over a period of a few weeks or months, even like
maybe, yeah.
um. Then,
True. Maybe he didn't tell him we'll rule the galaxy together on day one.
Yeah, yeah. But it seemed like it. I'm pretty sure that was like right after he like walked in the door.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right actually, because he was like, "Are you ready like to take on the challenge?"
Yeah. Then he sends him to go execute some Jedi and make himself known. Really.
I also like that. So it's at a temple that these Jedi are guarding, and Savage like for a moment I wasn't sure if it was like his old self slipping back, but it's sort of like a temple, like as if that is like a place for us to go bring war.
Yeah, true.
And then Dooku was like, "You mustn't think of it. It's actually the Republic using it as like a sparking ground for their dirty war." Like, so that was interesting. I don't know if that was like meant to be a little flicker of something there.
I forgot about that, but I mean, yeah, they probably some reason why they have those lines in there. So I think you're right. And we do see him kind of like grappling with whatever level of mind manipulation has been done to him, like in that fight with Ventress and Dooku and him. Like he's kind of like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, fight everyone.
But it is
School dog.
Pretty cool to watch him just like brutalize some clones.
He moves in a very satisfying. He's kind of moving like if early Grievous.
Yeah. Doing like these big dashes and things and
just like ramming people and stuff too. Really satisfying to watch.
Yeah, I mean a real brute, but in a cool way. And yeah, he gets a freaking double-sided lightsaber. They all fight.
It's a freaking double kill.
True. Double killed some Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's cool the way that Obi-Wan talks about it too. He's like, "Oh, but I killed Darth Maul," and they're like, Okay, yeah, but that's not Darth Maul. But
Yeah, it made me think Obi was like a little racist there. Because that guy looked way different, actually.
Yeah, bro, he's a different color.
He's yellow.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Maybe on the blue hologram, though, they all...
True. And kids see color... Well, I wasn't a kid, but younger people see colors differently. More vivid.
And then Anakin and Obi-Wan go to try and, like, take him out, I guess.
They like roll up right when Dooku and Ventress had fled into their, I guess, bottom tunnels of their ship or wherever they were.
True. Yeah, and then like a cool fighting all around. A lot of lightsaber fighting, and it's pretty sick. Like Ventress and Dooku fight one-on-one in the little secret hatchway tunnel.
I'm like, we completely skipped over him fucking snapping the neck of the Toydarian leader.
Yes, bro. Oh, I
like the craziest moment of these. Really.
And we were just talking about how we hated that Toydarian king guy, and then he comes in and fucking executes him.
Man, he had kind of a cool death too, where he was like, "Nah, I'm not going down with it, brother."
Yeah,
trying to stand up against this Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy. Man.
Oh, and Anakin and Obi-Wan come in there too, right? And fight him on the little hovering platforms for a second.
Yes.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Dooku is like, dude, I told you to bring him to me alive. Like, and he's like, okay, this is not going to work.
Yeah, why did Savage do that? Just because he was like, it looks like he may make it away. I'd rather just kill him.
I guess he just got mad and I don't know.
Nasty moment, dude. Nasty moment. Also, super interesting that Dooku was like, that's not like how we do it. That's not our way. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I guess you guys haven't been like that necessarily before to like politicians and diplomats, but it seems like if it was a normal person, you'd have no problem if you'd done that.
And yeah, you guys have definitely tried to like assassinate senators and stuff too. I guess it was just this specific thing. For some reason, Dooku wanted him alive, and he's like, "That's not our way for you to disobey me."
Such a cool moment, though.
Yeah, great. And he pushes Obi-Wan and Anakin's ship off a cliff, and then they're like, "We'll borrow one from the Toydarians." And I love how they just like run up to the Toydarian guy on the dock, and they don't show their dialogue, but they show him briefly, like, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, guys, you might want to mention that like their king just got assassinated, and their entire government got overthrown. Also, here, let me borrow your ship. We're gonna get out of here before you guys.
By the way, don't look in there. You won't like what you find. Yeah, you're right. That is actually. Do we? Man, I hope we get a little bit aftermath about that. That's fucking crazy.
I don't remember, but they really did just like a character we've seen in like a couple episodes now, like just dead.
Man, that is crazy. Man, I'm like really upset now that we don't have some window into just looking at like the moment after they left and like what happened next on that planet.
I know, it's just made me really laugh how Obi-Wan and Anakin handle it, because they're like, we don't have time to freaking deal with this whole thing. We're just gonna borrow a ship and get out of here.
That's like the leader of your planet, like your king and everything. Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Can we borrow this, please?
Yeah, they're gonna bring it back, and then that's gonna be awkward.
Yeah. Because I guess he did like take the body. Man, he's just fucking dragging the body on the ground too, and it's like bouncing off of rocks and things, like just brutal.
Yeah, that is rough. At first I was like, maybe he just like paralyzed him and he's not dead. Then he throws his body in the ship.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he's dead.
He flings him on Dooku's floor, and he's like, "Here, I brought him.
Good job,
you idiot."
We had a old beagle that used to bring like birds and whatnot to my parents, and they would get pissed. So that's kind of what he did with Dooku.
Yeah, for real. That's like, I've heard about dogs and cats doing that, just like showing you like, are you proud? Right? I killed this rat.
Nice.
Pretty cool when Dooku tells all the droids on the ship to like kill Savage also, and he does, kind of what we always want to see from like these bad guy force users, just a big blast to like kill all the droids around him in a big circle. Like, pretty satisfying.
Dude, Savage, really cool. He doesn't care. He's moving different. Like you called out the moment of him like pushing their ship off the cliff before leaving. I don't know. I don't know if some of our other Sith folks or Separatists would have done that. Like, that's a pretty slick moment for him.
And yeah, I like how they characterize him through his like force use too, because it is super like unrefined but really strong.
Yeah.
And it's like just brute power, not harnessed super well, but like yeah, he can like blast massive blasts of energy and stuff.
It's pretty funny too in that fight, like when Ventress and Dooku leave and Obi-Wan and Anakin show up. Like, I think it's Obi-Wan who gives Anakin the look like, okay, we'll take him together. And then the next shot is them both flying backwards because they, I guess, both been hit.
Yeah.
And like slammed against the wall.
And that's showing a little growth for Anakin too, because, in Attack of the Clones, so he's like, we'll take him together. I'm going now.
True, yeah.
And then later in Revenge of the Sith, then they do take him together and they succeed. But I guess really that was just Anakin 1v1ing him because Obi-Wan gets taken out of that fight.
In what fight?
In Revenge of the Sith against Dooku.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan's leg gets crushed and then he just is fine afterwards.
Where do we leave Savage at the end of these episodes?
So he goes back he flees.
Oh, he
goes back to Mother Talzin.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I guess she tells him that he's got a brother, and the brother is Darth Maul, I guess, and that he's like isolated somewhere or something.
Oh yeah, because now he also wants revenge on Dooku, I guess.
I forget why she tells him to seek out Maul. Like I think it's just vague. Like you'll get all your answers you need.
Yeah,
and everything you need to
fulfill your purpose.
Yeah, he'll help you fulfill your purpose or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gives him like a little talisman or something, necklace that he can.
Oh right, that's gonna like glow when he's close to Maul or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, yeah, but pretty cool. We see Maul's face in like this fractured magic crystal ball.
Yeah, not sure how I'm gonna feel about this. I will say, sounds like we've got a little magic involved, so maybe there's something going on. When we see Darth Maul again, is he going to be like in a wheelchair, or I guess they don't have wheelchairs in the Star Wars universe? Is he going to be like half droid?
I don't want to say.
A little Grievous leg action going on. I guess I've seen. I know that's not the case because I've seen like pictures of Darth Maul and like Hot Toys figures of Darth Maul that I do not think are from like Phantom Menace.
Yeah. Well, I won't say anything about it.
Okay.
I will say, when I was a kid and this episode came out, I had nothing but excitement for seeing Darth Maul again. Totally worked on me as a kid. Now I'm very... Any kind of like resurrections are, I can see through the business side of it a little bit more, as an older person. But of like, well, this is a character everyone likes. Let's bring him back and we'll drive the viewership numbers up. However, if we're going to do that, it better be pretty cool.
Yeah, I also think like... I don't know, maybe you disagree, but so Game of Thrones, like Jon Snow dying and then coming back in the show, like getting resurrected. I think resurrections are boring and kind of suck. Like if there is no noticeable difference, like internally with the character, like I don't know. I feel like dying should mess you up a little bit to some degree. So if like Maul is just resurrected and like back at 100% full Maul as he was, like to me that's a little lame.
We will see how it goes. I won't give you any specifics, but I will say I like it a lot. And I think it works really well and is super cool.
Okay, interesting. I also am really curious, like behind the scenes, if like what kind of process did they have to go through to greenlight getting Darth Maul back in the show?
True. I'm curious, like Dave Filoni arguing with George Lucas late into the night. Please, we need him.
Yeah, because I feel like that could be something, one would be precious about from your movies, but...
Yeah, I mean...
Golden opportunity, I guess, if you can do it right.
And, Maul is one of those characters that, at least so far, we have not been overburdened with and gotten, overexposed to and everything. So
Yeah, imagine if Maul was as prevalent as Grievous, like in the first season
Yeah,
of Clone Wars.
yeah.
Crazy.
I think what they do with him is really cool. So
Okay.
I'm excited to watch those again.
Of course, we'll have to get a little freaking showdown of Obi-Wan and Darth Maul again here.
I mean, of course.
No, yeah.
Of course.
Does Anakin fight him, I wonder? That'd be interesting.
Uh,
I mean, he must fight him at some point, but...
Um,
Man, I want to see Anakin against Darth Maul. That sounds sick, actually.
that would be cool. That would be cool.
Ooh, and then Padme versus Darth Maul. I think she could really
Yeah,
hold
she
her
could
own.
hold her own. Yeah. Well, we've seen she's a bit of a sharpshooter.
Yeah, I think if Darth Maul would kill Ahsoka, too, honestly, but I'm sure they probably do fight and that doesn't happen. I don't know.
Well, I mean, as she is right now, for sure, he
Yeah.
would kill her. Yeah. But, hey, I mean, she's... Well, we'll just leave it. We'll
Alright,
just leave
alright.
it. We get good Darth Maul content.
Okay.
That, in my opinion, is quite good. So,
What's his name?
his real name?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure his real name is just Maul. At least in the Darth Plagueis book, when Palpatine is given Maul as a young child, he's told, like, that's it. He just has one syllable, Maul.
Does he not talk a lot even there?
Like,
I imagine he's quiet, but does he speak, I guess?
He's like a baby
Oh.
at first. I think. Yeah, he's like a little kid. Then he does like big year jumps and stuff and goes. But
Teen Maul. Oh, teenager Darth Maul.
I'm reading a book right now, Darth Maul Lockdown, and it is like a mission that Darth Maul is sent on before Phantom Menace to infiltrate this prison and get in contact with some guy for Palpatine reasons. But the book is really cool because it's essentially this prison where all the prisoners are forced to like fight each other in these one-on-one duels, and like you could be walking around and then at any time it's like, all right, prisoner 42 and prisoner 83, like you have 90 seconds to report to the fighting arena or whatever.
What if they don't fight each other?
They both get killed.
Damn.
So-
it's like last man standing type thing?
Yeah.
Rough.
Like, and it's straight up like kill the other person or die.
Damn.
And so Maul starts to become like this little celebrity in the prison because he's just like so brutal in all the fights. And it's like a little bit like overly edgy on the violence, but it's fun.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
It has stuff about like Maul like taking people's like piercings out of their body to like then like put them in their mouth and like make them so they can't talk. and
God.
stuff.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I was expecting when you said edgy for Star Wars, because I guess we've not... Well, we've seen a little bit of that, I guess. Like the Java comics and whatnot. But...
Yeah, but I guess, yeah, in the novels they have a little bit more leeway to just be like really violent.
Yeah.
But it's this one writer. I can't think of his name. But he wrote that. He wrote Death Troopers and also Red Harvest, which are all kind of like Star Wars horror books that are more like gory than other Star Wars books.
Death Troopers don't scare me.
It's like a zombie virus that infects this ship full of stormtroopers.
Brain invasion?
Yeah, similarly.
Oh, they don't use the same thing?
No, it's different.
Would you have a green lightsaber if you were a Jedi?
I don't know if I would be connected with the Force enough to have a green one. But but maybe. I would want a green one, I think. I think that is my favorite look for lightsabers.
Yours would probably be like maroon.
Because I'm like a bad guy, but like not even a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Well, yours would be like brown.
Okay. Why?
Because you're like, smell like poop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no one's gonna want to fight me then, right?
True. Good built-in defense.
Yeah, what if my lightsaber was just covered in poo?
every time you ignite it, it just kind of sprays out a little bit all over.
Do you think anyone's ever used like a lightsaber to unclog a toilet? Maybe they have a better sewage system than
So you would probably cut through the toilet.
Yeah, but you're obviously
being really careful
Yeah.
and just break up the poop into little small pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you've hung on to the end of the episode, this is the kind of good insight you get.
What a wonderful morsel you got there.
Yeah.
Big 50 next!
Yeah, next time is our big episode 50. We will be doing another big arc.
Let me guess, Darth Maul's back.
Nope, we gotta wait on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me guess, Zero's at it again.
We watched him get murdered.
True. But hey, we can go back in time.
We got the Mortis episodes coming up. Ghosts of Mortis.
Okay. Ghosts of Mortis. Doesn't that ring a bell?
No, it's a new concept.
There's a spook card for it though?
Yeah, there are. You know, the daughter and the son.
Yeah.
It's that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting to me then. 'Cause there's some like religious iconography going on there or something.
For sure. This is big spiritual force exploration. I won't get into it too much, but these are pretty divisive and controversial.
Whoa, okay.
Among fans.
We're making some force declarative statements here.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And this is where some people are like, fuck Dave Filoni. He thinks he can decide what the force is. And
I think I'll like it. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll see.
I haven't seen them in a while, but I think they're probably pretty interesting. So we'll see. We're just going to do those 3, though, because I think I also want us to talk about the canceled Star Wars comedy show, Star Wars Detours.
You did mention that, yeah.
So they do have some unaired little segments of that available to watch on YouTube. So we'll probably check that out. And maybe the 3rd Robot Chicken special as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because that came out around this time, too.
Would that be for the prequels, then? Or is it still original movies it's doing?
This is the Robot Chicken one, so it just does all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll do that. Just 3 Clone Wars episodes and some extra stuff. And then episode 51, we'll finish off season 3 of the Clone Wars with another 5-episode bomb.
Nice. We made mincemeat of season 3 here.
For real. And this Mortis stuff is super interesting. I'm curious if I'm gonna like it or not, but I definitely think it'll be fun to talk about for sure. And then after that, at least 3 of the 5 episodes are the Citadel. The Citadel arc is super fun and badass and awesome.
Okay, all right. So good stuff for the rest of season 3, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Then season 4 opens with a bang.
Yes.
Nice. Hell yeah.
4 and 5 are strong.
We going back to clones soon?
Yeah.
I feel like the show, well, I guess obviously it's called the Clone Wars, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were going to explore the clones so much, but I feel like that's like one of their big through lines along with Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it becomes... Well, this Maul and Ventress stuff is a big part of the rest of the show too.
Okay.
So. But it goes cool places. All right, thanks for listening, everybody.